Named for the legendary coach and co-founder of the Bengals, there's a good look at Paul Brown Stadium on the riverfront in Cincinnati. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. To return it, Darius Phillips. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. This defense for the Packers, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. This defense for the Packers, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The completion there for the reigning MVP. And Charles, even though he's slip-sliding towards 40, it is certainly a tough task to ask a defense to stop Aaron Rodgers. But what can they at least try to do to slow him down?
I think for him is take advantage of the few opportunities he gives you. He's not going to throw very many interceptions, so if you get a chance to get your hands on the ball, you better take it. But if you can get him off the field on 3rd down, that is a huge one. Be able to blanket receivers, knock the ball free, but get off the field, because the longer that drive goes, he's going to put it in the end zone.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers. It's a Packers touchdown. Davante Adams. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. On the return, Phillips. And takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Drew Sample was a second-round pick in 2019, and the Bengals would sure love to see his role increase with Joe Burrow at quarterback.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long. This defense for the Packers, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
The reception good for 7. It's third down. To the air again, Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know, they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team, because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Rodgers on third down. Caught left side by Cobb. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Hooked up by Jesse Bates. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Mixon with a first down carry. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. That's complete to the tight end Sample. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
But that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And the Bengals are going to be set up with a first and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're...
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Samaje Perine, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. On the return, it's Taylor. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Now it's Rodgers. Flush to his right, and he's left with no option here but to throw it away. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now it's Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And this one is incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 9 yards that time.
Well, they've certainly gotten him involved in this first half, and on 3rd down, they looked his way again. And what a delight for his quarterback to find him and keep the drive moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but then may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. On second down, here's Burrow. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Rodgers now on first down. Flushed out right. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From midfield, here's Rodgers. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Now a first down carry by Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. And the Packers are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now Rodgers. That is caught by Cobb. And it's a Packer touchdown. Randall Cobb in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers have taken the lead. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got his man. That's Sample, the tight end. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. He'll air this one out for Boyd. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. On the return, it's Taylor. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys are lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. On first down, Jones. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Working with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Jones. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. Rodgers going to throw. And it's complete to Adams. And they move this all the way down to the 9. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. Now Jones. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On 2nd and goal, Rodgers toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Toward the pylon, caught. That pass played good for 7. But it still brings up a 4th and goal.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Giving to the big tight end on 4th. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Mercedes Lewis. his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Burrow out to the left. He's got Sample there. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. First down. Here's Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. Room to run past midfield. And he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 69 yards on the ground for him so far. They'll run it here with Pirine. And he will take it on in for Bengals touchdown. Samaje Pirine, his second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bengals are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. McPherson on for the point after. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On the return, it's Taylor. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack? Or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They'll run on first down. It's Jones. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll go again to Jones. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what his offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. On now is the Packers punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you're just holding a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Now Burrow. There's the rookie from LSU. It's Jamar Chase. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. The 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. And McPherson on for the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through. And we are tied here in the fourth. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. On the return, it's Taylor. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Throwing is Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
On 1st down, Jones. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately, he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers, 1st down and much more here for Jones. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. They'll run on 1st down. Jones. He will push his way down to about the 14. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Rodgers. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
But no takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Rodgers to throw. Steps away to his left. Hard throw, incomplete.
And I know they would have loved to have had a touchdown there to give them some cushion. But now, kick the field goal. Get the lead. Let your defense bring you home. Show some faith in those guys on the other side of the ball.
The kick by Crosby is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just thinking what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Eluding the pressure right. Complete to Boyd. Room here to run. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 80 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Throwing, Burrow. And incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Now Burrow. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. McPherson's kick is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. To throw is Rodgers. Forced out, and a big loss here as he's taken down. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Back to Mixon on second down. Mixon with a first down and more, as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. 105 yards rushing for him now, as he was just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. On first down, Mixon. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They've had some success here in overtime in this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
On second down, here's Mixon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
On 2. 11. Come up the ball. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. You're trapped. 12. Mike 51.
First throw in overtime now for Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 20-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Burrow. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield, because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Jonah Williams, former first-round pick, the guilty party. Here's Burrow. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Higgins. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And how about the rapport that these two had last year as rookies? Exactly what the Bengals had in mind when they made Joe Burrow the first-round pick and T. Higgins the second. Check.
They'll give it to Mixon. And He will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. And I know you with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Another chance to maybe end it right here. This is 3rd and goal. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. Third and goal from the 2, and they're going with a jumbo set offensively. Here's a run with Mixon. And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. So they say forget the field goal and the lead. They're going for the win in OT here on 4th and goal. They run forward with Mixon, and he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. Mixon unable to find the goal line on 4th down. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Now part 1 is done, now part 2. What can Rodgers do now with his drive? Able to find Jones. And he's going to pick up a first down here as that clock continues to run. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. When you're trying to win a game in overtime, I don't know that there's too many more in the history of the game you want under center than Aaron Rodgers.
Well, I think a lot of it's because he can beat you so many different ways. All right, he can beat you with the big shot downfield. Heck, if you need a Hail Mary, no one throws it better than Aaron Rodgers. But just when you think you've got him corralled in, when you've got pressure on him, he uses his legs to escape and create another big play, whether he's running it or extending it so a receiver gets open. I think he embraces overtime, and he embraces the spotlight that comes with it.
And that nearly picked off. Oh, that would have been a big INT here in overtime. Instead, they'll get another shot on 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He's going to go up top again, and that is incomplete. Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
You don't see it very often. A bonus period of football, yet both teams go home a little bit unsatisfied.
So that's it. No double overtime until the playoffs rolled around, so that means this one ends in a tie.
Yeah, that's ultimately unsatisfying for both teams. The fan bases, heck, for us, we came here to see a winner, right?
We did.
Winner and a loser. We didn't get it. We end up with a tie. Everyone walks away. A little bit cranky on this one.
Meh.
Yeah,
M-E-H, meh. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Cincinnati.